Hello and welcome, as it is the third day of February 2018. We're going to take a look at Litecoin. In today's video, crossed against, let's do Bitcoin, US dollar, and Ethereum. I haven't even looked at the Ethereum chart in quite some time, but I know I can on here, so I will. This is the 400-minute time frame for Bitcoin, which has shown a lot of decent moves, going above the 18 average. If I was playing the game on this time frame, which I'm not for Litecoin, this is an area I'd want to be a seller. After you were buying when the market was starting with this red candle down. So there were 1 with this red candle down, 2, 3, 4, even 5 consecutive periods, but definitely these 3, which were buy situations because price action was well below the 18 average of lows. And then above that, 18 average of highs. Now this is what I do, and this is what I've been talking about. Everything you do is within your own risk, own reward. There is more information, a disclaimer rather, in the more information box. And I'm going to go through how I see it, what I'm doing, all that kind of jazz. The only indicators I really use is this 18 average. As volume is there, that can be important. But the 18 average serves me very, very well. Price is the only thing that pays. And with that being stated, let's continue on further. So the 400-minute time frame, when we look at this on the overall spectrum, what an amazing move when you go up from, say, 557 up to like 2,000. That was a gain of almost 4x. We'll say greater than 3.5 times. But to be able to go sideways like this without that much of a price correction, barely retracing at all, it's magnificent. To me, it is anyway. Beautiful, beautiful situation. The only thing that's not beautiful about it is the price didn't go back down to 1 where I could have got a lot of buy fills. Other than that, very, very beautiful. Okay. So then when we take a look at this on a daily chart, we are seeing more again of that sideways consolidation. This level of resistance is in at about, well, we'll say 0.02. It's now at this level of resistance at 0.018. It's gotten to that number. It hasn't got quite up to the 18.4, 18.3 handle of this point, but it's in the upper end of this range. And this is the big area overall because it has been tested for quite some time before this. Let's take a look at this on a weekly chart. And the pattern here, to me, is just, it's an interesting one to say the least. So you have this level hit 3 times. Once at the earlier part of last year, a middle and later part. And that was after it hit it the first time in the summer of 2015. After a very long, large price correction, it basically held this gain so far in this sideways consolidation with what I would deem as a failed breakdown in here, but a double one when you consider this move as well. So we'll take a look at that pattern. What I'm first going to do is remove the drawing tools and then just show the not as many periods. So let's remove the drawing tools. And then you can see that it breaks down below a key level, which is right here. Not for that long. This was the sum of about 7-8 periods, but it quickly regains itself, and it does so to the upper end of this range. But again, this is the double failed move on the situation that first sparked it. So this failed move has already created its fast move to here. So I guess you can say this failed move would resolve itself on a break of this resistance point. Now I've been watching the JSNP4 channel, hearing stuff about ratios of 5 to 1 for Litecoin against Bitcoin. You probably have too if you've seen the channel. That would be magnificent for a lot of Litecoin holders if this thing really goes. And there's, I think, a good chance that it could have some pretty substantial gains as it moves forward, but a ratio of 5-to-1, so even at, say, 40,000 Bitcoin, well, that'd be $8,000 Litecoin. Let's take a look at Litecoin against the US dollar next. And the pattern it has, using the weekly time frame first, starts off with a decline against the currency. Then thereafter that, very long sideways correction after basically making this rally legit. And when I say all rallies are guilty until proven innocent, or all sell-offs are guilty until proven innocent, well, here's an example of where it got proven innocent. Because this was in a downtrend. So when this rallied back in here, oh, this rally is guilty until proven innocent. And as the days, weeks, months, and even really year plus, whatever, it was becoming more innocent. And the jury verdict was in as it was breaking out. Nope, it's innocent. That play was real. And now, because the market has changed, it has gotten to the point where all sell-offs are guilty until proven innocent. So this move in here was guilty, and sure enough it was. This entire run right now is guilty, and I think in time it will be. But this market has come down to this 18 average of lows. It's a very good spot as an area for support after markets make nice up moves. So market breaks higher, 18 average has a nice leg higher, breaking above previous price action. And when you get a price point like this, that can oftentimes work as a good level of support. It did so in here. We'll see how this comes through. Price is holding, staying above really that over 200. If it doesn't just go up like massive and you see it just holding that level, say for the rest of the month into early March, that's a good indication as the year moves on that this thing would be most likely ready to move a lot higher. Let's take a look at Litecoin against Ethereum cross next. And the data we have isn't as much. It only goes back to the summer of this last year. But you're in a situation of what could be a very choppy up and down market. So let's take a look at this on a daily time frame. And while we're at it, let's just look at how the buying and selling would work. And for this, I'm going to go 400-minute time frame actually. Since it begun, you're looking to buy when the price is below the 18 average and sell and such. So your recent transaction was you were a buyer in here. Now you're a seller. As prices continue to go higher, you're going to continue to sell more. So I'm going to scroll it back to the start, be real for what I would have done. So you're in the position here. Let's say you already hold both as it is, so you can get active as it is. If it goes up top in here, you sell. Goes down here, you buy. So markets are moving. Okay. Maybe put a sell order here. You say I sell at the 168. Sell a bit more again. Sell some more again. That's 3 sell orders. You could buy at the 18 lows, but no, you don't want to sell here because you already did. It's barely above. Now you want to sell on this rally above here as it's going higher. So you sell some maybe at 261. Now you buy that back. Market's moving again. You came close to selling if this would have went a little further here. And markets move. Buy some more, maybe a little bit in this area. Definitely now you'd buy at the 157. You'd be buying more in a nice down move if it happens again. 143, not good enough. There you go. Decent moves here to buy. Now you can start. Look at this. Your sell orders are in. You got a whole bunch out. You can start buying immediately back. Now, if you had a sell order at, say, 1995, you can party like it's 1995 and buy at 1628. Buy some more at 1500. Okay, now we can sell. Sweet. So what you bought at 1500, you're selling up here. Okay, maybe if you sold up here, you can buy on this red move down here. It's now below the 18 average. Now you can sell it. So maybe sell some more here as it goes up. I was going to say if it goes up more, sell some more. and it's going sideways. If it breaks resistance to the upside, you're selling. If you have a nice breakdown to the downside, you're buying. You don't know what market's going to do. It looks like it's going to go higher. Not enough to sell there. Ooh, so that's why you need buy orders. Seriously, that's why you need to have them. So you got some buys in here. If you bought at the lower end, like 170, and the price moves up here, you can sell at the 18 average of lows, no problem. And then if you have a decent move, say down to say 180 or so, you can put a buy in, and that's where it happens. So you sell 18 average of highs, then you buy it back there. Market's grinding lower, so when it's grinding like this, yeah, maybe I'll put another buy in because it's got to keep grinding for so long. Now that I bought there, if this thing breaks resistance, it goes up in here, the 190s, I can sell. Of course, it's not doing that, but if it did, however, then I would have been able to. Well, there we go. There's some sell orders that come in. And you buy it back. And now you see the volatility, so you can see stuff like maybe I want to sell towards the 18 average, maybe put a sell order in here, look to buy it back instantly. There you go. Sell orders come in. Now, maybe you could buy the 18 lows. I can see why you would not, though. And yeah, if you selling up here, you definitely, if you haven't bought in yet after selling up here, you're definitely selling on the break of this support in here. If you did buy this, say, after you sold here, if you did say buy down here, I could see why you'd pass on this buy in here. But you buy here, you'd easily sell up there. It's a decent move above the 18. You buy back at the 18 average of lows, or you wait for a move back down the 177 handle. If you waited for 177, you didn't get your first sell opportunity, but definitely sell opportunities here that arrived in November. Buy back maybe at the 18 average of lows if you wish, but there's a spot with buy orders you could have got cheaper. You can see a situation here. Maybe you want to buy at the 18 lows, sell at the 18 highs. It worked for a couple of occasions. But you can see a little bit of buying in here maybe, but definitely selling up here where the market goes higher. Buy back was easy. And then some more buying. And definitely what you bought down here gets sold up here. So I'm going to stop it like this, but what I'm going to do now is, where are we at now? November Thanksgiving time frame. I'm going to expand it like this. So November 25. So yeah, basically, as this was going up, sell order city. This would have tested you to see if you would have ran out or not. But even if you did run out, let's assume you sold your last bit of one, say right here, because you had sell, 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 sell all the way through, and price action never even went to the 18 average highs during this December rally. Well, it meant if this was your last sale, well, you could start buying back here, no problem. But whatever you sold here, you bought back down in here easily, even a bit more and down towards the last low, because if you didn't buy in here and say the last you bought was here, now all you can do is sell that for a break even. But if you did buy here, and you should have based on this strategy because it had a nice break below the 18 average of lows, will break below that support. The only question is, did you buy twice or did you buy well from the bottom? And if you did buy well from the bottom, say somewhere in here, well, how you doing at this point? You are now in sell mode. If you haven't sold yet, do it now. If you sold maybe here, you're like, okay, I'm not selling it. I want to wait for it to come up here. Okay, that's fine. Just make sure that you don't go too high without taking a sell order in place, or making sure you get a sell order, so that if it does go really high, if you don't sell here and then it goes back to say here, well, now you can buy this when you sell here. All right, thank you for tuning in for today, or into this Litecoin video. Of course, going over the markets and the trading strategy, which I just absolutely love. But for Litecoin, I'm going to use it for a little bit. I'm playing for the big monstrous gains I think it will have, and really becoming, I think, that of a base currency. I very much enjoyed, in comparison to previous purchases of silver, using Litecoin as a method of payment rather than that of Bitcoin. So I like to think of it, it's good to have decent amounts in your hardware wallet and just hodl it, I guess, as they state. And yeah, because if I'm going to be using what I have in my wallet for buying, I can have a higher ratio of Litecoin to Bitcoin in there. That's how I look at it as. And then when markets get to major levels, long term, then that's where I would be deciding, okay, I want to sell maybe 15, 20% of my Litecoins, which would be a major transaction, I would think. And I would do such. Of course, I'd let you know when that time is about, and it's going to be on monstrous gains from now. So thank you for watching, and I think it will be monstrous gains, which is why right now the holding I have of Litecoin, it's the largest holding of anything I've ever had in anything. As far as an investment class, I got well more Litecoin than I do Bitcoin. And I got more than that. I got more Bitcoin than I do silver. Those are my top 3 right there as far as investments. Litecoin, Bitcoin, and physical 999 precious metals, silver. Take care.